A record-setting competitor.
Yeah, already plenty of accolades and a very bright future.
The following contest is a fatal four-way Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the 24/7 Championship. Introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada,
She has the quickest victory in WWE history, beating Natalya in 3.1 seconds.
Hey, who knows, Michael? Maybe she'll break that record tonight.
She's a one-woman highlight reel.
And introducing the challenger from Glen Ridge, New Jersey, Katana Chance.
I'll give Chance this. She is a very, very hard worker who's always up for a challenge.
You know, she won tag team gold in NXT.
Yeah, but also still a threat in singles competition as well.
You know what, guys? I'd be hard-pressed to name a woman with a brighter future, in my opinion, here in WWE.
She's proven herself not just as a capable singles competitor, but also a tag team competitor as well. Here comes the prodigy, Roxanne Perez.
And introducing the challenger from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
One of the biggest names in women's wrestling before joining WWE, trained by Booker T.
You can't judge her by the company she keeps, but she is definitely living up to her hype.
The first superstar to compete on SmackDown who was born after it premiered.
Well, you're older than television itself, so I'll take your word for it, Saxton.
This wrestler grew up in the business, and now she's growing up before our very eyes.
And introducing the champion from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
Guys, we finally crown a new champion here tonight.
That's right, the title's been vacant for long enough. One of these superstars will be going home tonight as the new champion. A win here cements her as one of the great champions of this era. Hey, Corey, remember when I pinned you for this title?
Shut up, Saxton.
Four women in an all-out Falls Count Anywhere match with a 24/7 title on the line tonight.
In a game like match like this, I keep an eye on Katana Chance. Her quickness could be a real asset here.
Come on, Saxton. There's a reason she didn't walk in here with the title, and a reason she's not walking out with it either. I'm betting on the champ to retain.
That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills. And well-timed maneuver there. Taking it outside the ring now. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
She'll take things into the ring.
Stop it away.
Oh, I don't have you seeing stars.
You gotta wonder if there's more animosity in this match than we previously thought. Face first into the chair. She got launched.
Takedown, skull first.
snapmare.
Basement drop kick. Snap suplex. And now she's climbing to the top turnbuckle. Flying.
What a landing. Lots of potential for injury here at ringside. These superstars better be careful.
Champ's got the pin to retain. Emphatic kick out for the challenger.
A truly impressive kick out this late.
Boom! Head kick connects. And that was an effective attack, guys.
Drop kick hits the mark.
The challenger eating up some damage. And some effective offense with that one.
Guys, they are getting way too close for comfort here.
Yeah, I've seen this before, and it doesn't end well. Going for a pin for the championship. She gets a quick kick. Shoulders down now. Is it enough to retain the championship? Raises the shoulder before the 1 count.
I think this ref might be a little slow on the count.
Being carried around with ease. And well executed move we just saw there. Nice. Here's a pin for the title. The pin's broken up.
Goodness, brutal back fist finds the mark.
Knee right to the face. Crucifix. This could be it.
Shoulders down.
The challenger fending off the 2 count. She's getting something from under the ring. Suplex. Brutal boot. The challenger not looking good right now.
Well, this deep into a fatal 4-way match, you gotta expect to be a little worse for wear.
Utilizing a little penchak threat. But fatal strikes. Look out!
Oh, breakneck speed, well a hurricanrana.
I don't know what they're looking for here. Twisting cross body. What a move.
Looks like a heat-seeking missile coming at you.
The explosion occurring ringside. Fight is so close to our announce table. Here's the pin, title on the line. There we go. She still fights out in 1.
She is not done yet.
Kendo stick impact.
Natalia needs to get her wits about her fast.
Just one right after the other. Can't be stopped.
Pushed on the shoulders.
Oh, man. There's nowhere for her to go. This may be over quickly.
She's trying to fight it.
I don't understand this. Why in the world do you stop the count there?
I've got a feeling she's gonna.
Things look bleak. She's able to escape. Big form.
Oh, I hope they back up. They're getting too close for comfort.
Well, no one's paying attention to you, Saxton. They're too busy beating the tar out of each other.
Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable. She's into the ring again. Fast press! Fast press! Yes! On the leg sweeping. The octopus! The octopus! The octopus! This would be an amazing...
Breaking it up at the last second.
Oh, this is not perched up top.
That'll have you walking funny.
Big form.
Oh, what a clubbing blow. Oh, jeez. Nasty kick to the face. And returning to the ring.
Satellite DDT.
The challenger being outclassed here.
We're about to see how tough she really is.
Oh, what a boot. Oh, it's still... No! Title's still on the line.
This is amazing.
Uh-oh. Knee lift to the body. Nice.
She was clearly waiting for that.
Lift.
We can have a new champion.
That could have been it right there.
Clearly waiting for that. And she's gone after her opponent's core a few times now.
treating the torso to yet another attack.
That's another focused attack to her torso area.
Whoa! Nasty backhand right there.
Haymaker connect. Up into the torso rack.
Bestialized. The champ has this one in hand now.
Champ looking to end this.
That's it. The champ stays the champ.
Here is your winner, and still the 24/7 champion, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
A truly stunning performance to win this fatal four-way match.
Yet another volatile and unpredictable match in the books.
I think any of those four superstars.
The 24/7 champion looking confident tonight.
That title is a target on your back.
It looks like she just got targeted.
You heard the bell ring and the match is underway. Falls count anywhere.
No disqualifications, no countouts, just competitors left to their own devices, primed and ready to let out all their frustrations up and down this arena. They could even let out their frustrations on you, Saxton.
I would rather they stay far, like really far away from us, Corey.
What a forearm. She turns it right around with a counter.
One response after another, back and forth we go.
Oh, man.
She wants to put an end to things here.
Running knee lift.
She begins to stir back up, but doesn't look good.
Beautiful arm wringer applied. Beautiful back kick. She wants to finish this.
Getting carried, unsure what they're thinking.
Down across the knee. That won't just separate your shoulder. That'll divorce it.
Answering back.
Down with the gore buster. Oh, man.
Oof.
She starts to rise back up, but does she know where she is?
Oh, and Dana Brooke turns the tables.
Look at this. Snap suplex.
Ooh, ooh, sharp kick.
And an impactful display of offense we just witnessed there.
Pow! Oh boy, that's a determined stare that's come across her face.
Planning on what to do next.
Oh, my Lord, through the table.
Dana looks lost and won't like what's coming.
Perched on the shoulders. Boom!
Feast your eyes.
Pin. 1, 2, 3. Please stay down.
Looks like you get your wish, Saxton. This brawl is over.
All right, you've had the 24/7 for a week now. It's time to move past this championship. Just give it back to Dana so you can get on with your career.
I'm not giving up a title. Besides, how good do I look with a championship? I never knew that gold was my color. I worked hard for this.
I'm not saying I'm not proud of what you've accomplished, only that it's all you've talked about for the last week. You're constantly looking over your shoulder. And I know you're not sleeping well.
I'm sleeping great. The last 2 nights I've slept so soundly.
Only because you're so exhausted. LJ, if you won't give up the title, I'll do it for you.
You wouldn't dare. I'm younger, stronger, faster.
The thing is, I already did.
What?
You're right. You have been sleeping so soundly these last couple nights. So soundly, in fact, that you slept right through me coming into your hotel room last night with a referee and pinning you. So now you're free to pursue bigger and better things. I did this for your own good.
So what are you saying? Now I'm going to have to wrestle you for it? I don't feel great about that.
No, I don't have it. I immediately gave it back to Dana Brooke.
Seriously?
If it was that easy for me to take the title from you, perhaps Dana's right. You don't have the mental fortitude for the 24/7. I know you're mad, but I promise you, when you're finally holding a championship that you only have to defend inside the ring at predetermined times, you'll thank me.
You always say that.
And you always do.
I'm sure you heard the latest episode of my podcast. I was wondering if you had any response to Tamina's comment saying you have fear in your eyes? According to her, even in the ring, you're looking to escape. Or better yet, how about you two have a match without leaving the ring? I'm sure you heard the latest.
It's the superstar who's driven to live up to all the hype.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
Tensions riding high. Plans on getting things settled in the ring. I can't wait.
This second-generation superstar looks to finish on top in this one.
Oh, get ready, guys. There ain't nobody meaner than Tamina.
And from the Pacific Islands, Tamina!
It's not surprising that pretty much everyone has to be on the defensive around Tamina. She just loves hurting people.
No, she just loves to flex her power, and there ain't nobody meaner than Tamina.
Unparalleled aggression and next-level brutality.
You can call the ring Alcatraz tonight because there's no escaping allowed.
I've got it on good authority that this stems from Tamina's disparaging comments about a certain opponent on a recent podcast.
No, podcast smack talk aside, didn't multiple people escape from Alcatraz? Like, I'm not sure that analogy holds up, Cole.
Nonetheless, the referee will do their best to keep these two in the ring to settle their issue. And that was a precisely measured attack.
Slips out of the way there. What reflexes?
She's taking some big hits here.
Into a nice takedown.
Ooh. Hit the ropes.
Brutal knee to the side of the face.
And a stop to the gut, too.
Tamina being controlled by the opposition here.
Tamina has to devise a new plan here. Right to the leg.
Kick to the back.
Stopping their opponent. And the forearm smash. Oh,
Oh, and she got out there. And did you hear the impact of that?
Oh, God. She looks hell-bent on finishing things right now. Caught with a jawbreaker. Tamina hoping to start a rush of her own with that attack.
Able to reverse that one. Oh, costly error there.
2 fists full of hair. This can't be legal. Win at any cost.
Ow! She's in serious pain.
she is barely standing at this point.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. And that definitely made solid impact. And that was offense with a hurtful purpose.
Attack to the midsection.
Ooh, well measured.
Moonsault!
Tamina now is being sized up. Up into the torture rack.
Tamina's in crisis mode.
Makes the cover. And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
This was as dominant a win as I've ever seen, guys.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all thinking. This was as one-sided as it gets.
You're not the only one looking to improve their street cred. I'm trying to get better at editing my own footage. Only problem is, so many matches are so quick it's hard to get enough content to really experiment with. Maybe you could do me a solid and face someone in a 2 out of 3 falls match? Then I'd really have something to work with.
It's the second-generation superstar who's here to write her own story.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Making her way to the ring from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
The WWE Universe more than ready to see this one start. This is going to be good.
Let's see if this superstar can show us something special tonight.
The one-woman highlight reel.
And from Glen Ridge, New Jersey, Katana Chance!
I'll give Chance this. She is a very, very hard worker who is always up for a challenge.
You know, she won tag team gold in NXT.
Yeah, but also still a threat in singles competition as well.
You know what, guys? I'd be hard-pressed to name a woman with a brighter future, in my opinion, here in WWE.
She's proven herself not just as a capable singles competitor, but also a tag team competitor as well.
One may be the loneliest number, and tonight it won't be enough to get the win, as this match will take 2 out of 3 falls to get the victory.
I love a 2 out of 3 falls match. I say more falls the better. More falls equals more wrestling. Let's do 3 out of 5, 4 out of 7.
No one wants to listen to you for that long, Saxton.
You could feel the resentment building with each stomp there. And there was some force on that move.
She has her target weighed and measured.
Look at this. Boom. Nice.
Shot to the back.
The fatigue is setting in for her.
Oh, vicious running knee lift.
Chance can't yield any attack coming her way.
It's got to be hard to beat Katana right now.
She's firing up, no doubt about it. DDT.
Spiked. Cover. Gets the shoulder up.
She's still in this one.
Look at this.
Snap suplex.
Rolling elbow right on the mark. She's getting back to her feet, but is there fight left?
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Good night.
Oh my gosh! Will it be? I think so!
The referee clearly noticed she was on the ropes.
That's one way to create some separation.
She's showing signs of slowing now.
There's been plenty of action in this match, and the cost of that is really showing now.
And she's thinking of recovering now. Still.
Boom with a forearm.
On point. That's finding any which way to topple the competition.
Hurling your own body like that is insane. And a stomp to the gut, too.
Chance can't yield any attack coming her way.
It's got to be hard to beat Katana right now.
Taking this one back to the ring now.
Slingshot!
Forearm smash.
Just a devil-may-care attitude on full display.
Going for broke, and it pays off.
Katana needs to get her wits about her fast.
Perched on the shoulders, feast your eyes.
No way Katana recovers from that.
And now she's got all her gears running.
She's looking unstoppable, actually.
Boom, lights out. This match is falling apart for her.
Yeah, she's in a rough spot now.
Targeting the
that body. Oh, impact to the stomach.
She could be turning her fortunes around.
And a basement drop kick. That's another focused attack. He got the shoulders down. It's over. All in a nice work.
Here is your winner, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
Never a doubt, barely a moment's suspense. This one was about as lopsided as they come.
So I've been thinking about how to handle my cash-in for a tag team championship match.
Again with this my thing. We both won the Money in the Bank ladder match, and we should both get a say in how to cash it in.
What? Are we supposed to decide by committee? Hold a vote or something?
That sounds fair.
How's that gonna play out? I vote for my way and you vote for yours? Besides, holding the Money in the Bank briefcase isn't just about being skilled in the ring. It's about being sneaky too. Leveraging the briefcase to cash in when your opponents are off their game. I don't think you have that in you. When I was down on main event, you couldn't even take advantage of that opportunity.
I can be sneaky.
No, I can see it now. You walk up to the champs, politely tap them on the shoulders, and respectfully challenge them to a match. You're too much of a good girl, LJ. You need to be willing to play dirty.
That's not the way I want to win my matches.
Well, then you shouldn't have won the Money in the Bank match because that's how the briefcase works. You're proving my point.
I said I didn't want to win that way, not that I couldn't.
Then prove it. Take someone out when they don't expect it. Then, you and I can negotiate how we cash in the briefcase.
Okay, that's ridiculous. I'm not playing your games.
Fine. But I'm not cashing in this contract with the partner I don't trust to get the job done. We'll have this conversation again later.
I don't know about you, but I desperately need a vacay. Sun, sand, margs, and if a superstar wanted to join me and maybe have a match for research, I could get WWE to pick up the tab. So, any interest in doing a little work south of the border? First round's on me.
done a decent job proving you belong on the roster and shedding the memory of that Survivor Series match. But you want to really prove WWE made the right hire? Try proving you're not only better than any of the other superstars on the roster, but you're better than 2 of them combined.
Get ready for one of WWE's most eye-popping athletes.
The following contest is a handicap match. Introducing first, from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
For a young second-generation superstar like this, each match isn't just a battle against her opponent, it's a battle to create her own legacy.
She's got all the tools, Corey. Now we get to see what she does with them. Let's see if this superstar can show us something special tonight. One of the top names in women's independent wrestling, Zoe Stark.
Now looking to prove herself in WWE.
And their opponents, first from Utah, Zoe Stark.
This is a tough woman.
No doubt, Zoe Stark, one of the hardest hitters in the women's division. Also battled back from a devastating torn ACL to reestablish her spot in NXT. She calls herself undeniable. Well, it's time to prove it.
I have every bit of confidence that she will.
We are about to see a martial arts masterpiece.
Both on the ramp and in the ring.
And from Chongqing, China, Xia Li.
You would be hard-pressed to find a more mysterious or more dangerous superstar on the roster in WWE than Xia Li. In her eyes, a look of complete focus and determination. Xia Li is ready for action.
This superstar faces the difficult challenge of squaring off against 2 opponents in a handicap match.
I don't know if you could say it's squaring off, Michael. Tonight is more of a triangle.
Well, I guess that would make you a circle, Saxton, since your commentary is pointless.
Right to the knee.
Ooh, caught with a knee to the mush.
Oh,
She's feeling the hurt here.
kick lands.
Look at this, just unloading. Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
For a lot of WWE purists, SmackDown has traditionally been the quote-unquote wrestling show.
Drop kick. Stark can't stop this string of offense.
Yeah, her defensive instincts are all that's keeping her alive.
Just punishing her opponent.
And she makes it to her partner. Tag.
Running knee lift. Whoa, just floating through the air.
Slingshot forearm smash.
That's finding any which way to topple the competition.
Hurling your own body like that is insane.
This is likely going to have adverse effects on her. She's only aggravating her competition at this point. Drop kick.
Right on the money.
What a shot!
She did her homework there.
That offense taking a toll on her. And they just busted out an impactful maneuver.
Boom!
Oh, that hurt to the spine.
Picking the spot.
Double axe handle smash.
Oh, what a kick. Well-placed kick. Slips out of the way there. What reflexes?
She's able to get out of the way.
And one more reversal. Talk about evenly matched here. All right, I'll explain to you what that feels like.
Watch her set up in the corner.
Nowhere to go, being victimized by those Muay Thai knee strikes.
Producing a trampling.
Just mounted your punches. And now, oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Target is set on leash. She's in peril. Yes, tag.
Fast press! Fast press! Fast press! Straight to the floor!
A totally ill-advised decision there.
Slight hesitation there caused the outcome.
She manages to get control. Reversal! What a counter!
Half and half suplex. Lights up. Go behind.
German!
9.
Toss back into the ring. Drop kick to the knee. It could be over here. This is it. No, she kicks out.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match. Zoe wobbling, looking vulnerable. Up into the torture rack. Feast your eyes. That's it. Stark is out.
She picked up the victory. Picked up the victory.
Here is your winner, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
Tonight, she really looked like she was born to do this.
And more than almost anyone else, she was.
Every match is special, but this one just raised the bar even higher. I bet the whole locker room was watching this one by the end of it.
So I've been thinking about how to handle my cash-in for a tag team championship match.
Again with this my thing. We both won the Money in the Bank ladder match, and we should both get a say in how to cash it in.
What? Are we supposed to decide by committee? Hold a vote or something?
That sounds fair.
How's that gonna play out? I vote for my way and you vote for yours? Besides, holding the money in the bank briefcase isn't just about being skilled in the ring. It's about being sneaky too. Leveraging the briefcase to cash in when your opponents are off their game. I don't think you have that in you. When I was down on main event, you couldn't even take advantage of that opportunity.
I can be sneaky.
No, I can see it now. You walk up to the champs, politely tap them on the shoulders, and respectfully challenge them to a match. You're too much of a good girl, LJ. You need to be willing to play dirty.
I can play dirty when I want to.
Then prove it. Take someone out when they don't expect it. Then, you and I can negotiate how we cash in the briefcase.
Fine, I'll do it. Not that I have anything to prove.
That's not Lacey's music, and that's not Lacey Evans. This isn't the scheduled match.
Does anyone know what the issue is between these two superstars?
Who knows, but the referee is turning this into a match.
It's official. Shotzi's scheduled match against Lacey Evans has been replaced by a match against the insurgent rookie.
Apparently, one half of the briefcase-holding pair already has a little more swagger in her step after that thrilling tag team Money in the Bank victory. And let me tell you, I'm digging it. Oh, ho, ho.
Mat slam with some attitude.
Uh-oh. High-angle belly-to-back suplex.
And Shotzi's keeping the pressure on.
Shotzi showing no mercy out here.
Counters that.
This could be a good chance for her to get...
Forearm smash.
Just exhibiting their fearlessness.
Exhibiting guts and accuracy as well. Ooh, stinging kick. Ooh, connects on the kick.
Rights and lefts, elbows, knees, all of them lethal. Look at this, going counter for counter.
Bad predicament right here.
Drop right on their face.
She's starting to tire a little.
Yeah, but you can't count anyone out yet. This match could still go either way. Oh, double knees. Look at this, just unloading. And a stomp to the gut, too.
Stomp to the leg.
Shotzi is really falling behind.
Destructive amount of work being done to Shotzi right now.
And did you hear the impact of that?
Capped off with a big one.
Shotzi able to avoid impact.
Tilt-the-world DDT. Running knee lift. Right to the back. Ooh. Ooh, double axe handle. Ooh. Oh, kick connects. Ooh.
Look at this, just unloading. And a stomp to the gut, too. Ooh. Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
And well-timed maneuver there. Running knee lift. Look at her grabbing the momentum here.
Yeah, now she has to turn this momentum around.
Oh, man. She anticipated that one.
And a well-executed move we just saw there. The springboard attack fails to land.
Big boot connects, crash landing on the outside.
No. What a cross body.
Just a devil-may-care attitude on full display.
Going for broke, and it pays off.
Shotzi with the retaliation.
And Shotzi stops any momentum that was building against her.
Could be a sign of Shotzi turning her fortunes around.
Down with a suplex.
Oh, what a boot. More attacks up there could leave her severely impaired.
Quick return to the ring.
No. Crossbody.
Whoa.
It's like a heat-seeking missile coming at you.
And the explosion occurring ringside. Shotzi getting a thunder.
All right, snapping her back.
Don't do it. Oh, my.
That's playing fast and loose with your own body.
That is weaponizing your body. That's what that was.
Getting back into the ring.
She's about to rise up to something catastrophic.
She needs to stop saying she's going to bring it and actually deliver on the promise.
You can tell she wants to put an end to this.
Got it scouted. Nice first off the knee. Looking worse for wear in the corner now. Ah, Shotzi. Slice, red number 2. Cover. Shoved her up even before a 1 count. Foot just stomping down. Oh. A pinpoint kick to the back.
Shotzi staggers up, struggling to regain any composure. Up into the torture rack.
Shotzi's in big, big trouble. Cover.
And that'll do it. It's finally over.
Here is your winner, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
She earns the W against fierce competition.
The entire women's division was watching this one, and she is the one to watch, guys.
Happy now? See? I can be surprising. I don't have to always play by the book.
The apology on social media after the fact really drove home how much of a threat you are.
I just wanted her to know I didn't have anything against her. I did what you asked, so let's figure out this cash-in.
Fine. I've got to head out now, but get your lame thoughts in order and we'll talk about it next week.
Ugh, you're the worst.
This wrestler grew up in the business, and now she's growing up before our very eyes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
Guys, this match has the potential to completely change the WWE landscape, and it's because of this level of talent involved.
This second-generation superstar looks to finish on top in this one.
I'm so excited because here comes the TCB tank.
And from Oakland, California, Shotzi.
Byron, one of the most unique women superstars in history, but she is quickly growing in popularity.
Yeah, and quickly earned success too, Michael. Shotzi's a former NXT Tag Team Champion and nearly defeated Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title. Hey guys, I've been practicing this. Let me know what you think.
That wouldn't have scared off a mailman.
Is she a rooster? You don't get it.
The red-hot rivalry between Shotzi and her opponent is about to get the temperature turned up another notch here on SmackDown.
These two have already thrown the rule book out of the window, so what better way to settle things than a no disqualification match?
Bring on the chaos.
And a stomp to the gut, too.
She's taking some big hits here.
She still has a lot of time to recover, though.
Are you kidding me?
Here we go.
High risk cross body.
That is the attitude of a daredevil. The ability to take risk with minimal trepidation.
No fear, absolute reckless abandon.
And Shotzi is being taken apart here.
Shotzi has run into a roadblock.
Oh, man. She avoids the contact. Another reversal. Eye for an eye here.
Ooh, sharp kick.
She wants to finish this. Was ready for that.
Big overhand.
And now she has the sturdy upper hand.
Yeah, she needs to revise her methods quickly.
And a big boot. Now looking for something to waylay her opponent with.
I guess if she just refuses to use the words, then a stop sign's a really clear kind of message to an opponent.
She's starting to drag a little bit.
At this stage of the match, they are clearly starting to feel the effects of this back and forth. I can already feel the sting of the kendo stick, and I do not care for it.
Got a kendo stick wrapped around the head.
Just a continuous rush on Shotzi here.
Yeah, Shotzi finding herself on the wrong end of every exchange.
She re-enters the ring now.
We're seeing the same aggression here that we saw during that pre-match attack last week.
It's Raquel Rodriguez. Apparently, she's not a fan of how Shotzi was used to prove a point. Raquel and Shotzi haven't always seen eye to eye, but these two came up together in NXT. I guess that counts for something.
Either that or she just wanted in on the fun of this no DQ match. All this is perfectly legal.
And so was that. Ava Marino from behind. This team may not have cashed it in yet, but that briefcase is proving to be pretty handy.
Shotzi with a roll-up.
Ava slides the briefcase in, and she nails Shotzi.
Looking to capitalize.
She got the win.
I guess the briefcase did turn out to be the determining factor in this match.
And some teamwork, too. Something that we haven't seen yet from this pairing. They may not have chosen each other initially, but maybe this tag team does have what it takes to make good on the promise of that Money in the Bank briefcase.
That was unexpected.
You defending me in the ring? Certainly was.
I was talking about Raquel. We're tag team partners. It's not like I don't like you.
You have literally told me before that you don't like me, Ava.
Fair point. But I didn't know you. You were just some new girl coming in to take my spot.
I wasn't trying to take anyone's spot. I was trying to start my career.
Sure. But your journey to WWE was very different than mine. You started with the WWE legend in the family. Your support system was in the business already. You even knew some of the crew. I had none of that. Things have always been harder for me, and it was difficult seeing you get an opportunity right off the bat.
Did it help that I crashed and burned in my debut?
It certainly did not hurt.
I can't control what family I was born into any more than you can. We're bound to have different perspectives and experiences.
You're right. Probably explains why I find some of the stuff you do so annoying. You know, besides just the fact that you're the entitled niece of a legend.
You're just kinda mean generally, huh?
See? Now we're really getting to know each other. Which is actually a good thing if we're going to work together on this cash-in. Let's finally have that talk and figure out how we're going to do it.
Speaking of... Ava, where's the briefcase?
I thought you had it.
No, I don't. You don't know where it is?
I do not.
Well, this is not great. We need you to go to Shotzi and Raquel and tell them to give our briefcase back. They're not listening to us.
Hate to say it, guys, but WWE briefcase law has always been pretty vague. I'm not sure if possession is 9/10 of the law, but it's certainly a fractional value of some sort.
But they stole it from us! Stole it!
Ava, I'd expect you of all people to understand a bit of deviousness. But both of you save your breath. A decision has already been made. WWE management has decreed that you'll face them for the briefcase in a match next week.
That's not fair, Molly.
Didn't say it was, but that's what's happening.
Then we're going to use everything at our disposal to make sure they never try anything like this ever again.
It's the second-generation superstar who's here to write her own story.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
The WWE Universe has been counting the days, hours, and minutes for this match to start, and the countdown is almost over.
This is a woman ready to do some damage.
Tireless and fearless, it's Ava Moreno.
And her partner, from the Bronx, New York, Ava Moreno.
Every time I watch Ava Moreno perform, I am shocked she hasn't ever completely broken out.
In what, hives? That's probably more likely since Moreno does appear to be somewhat allergic to opportunity.
Buckle up, Ava Moreno is about to throw down like only she can. Raquel Rodriguez, a massive presence in the women's division.
And from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Rodriguez.
And NXT Rodriguez won the first ever Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We're the first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Well, Cole, you can bet Raquel has some more firsts in store for the main roster.
Look at her physique. Look at the size of her back.
But Raquel Rodriguez also has a great personality, even though every time I ask, she won't share her workout tips with me.
That's okay, Saxton. You couldn't survive Raquel's warm-up.
Well, this is a true ballsy entrance.
And from Oakland, California, Shotzi.
Byron, one of the most unique women superstars in history, but she is quickly growing in popularity.
Yeah, and quickly earned success too, Michael. Shotzi's a former NXT Tag Team Champion and nearly defeated Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title. Hey guys, I've been practicing this. Let me know what you think.
That wouldn't have scared off a mailman.
Is she a rooster?
You don't get it.
After a shocking turn of events, Ava Moreno and her partner's Money in the Bank briefcase is back up in the air tonight against Shotzi and Raquel Rodriguez.
Well, it's not technically in the air because its new owners, Shotzi and Raquel, have refused to disclose its whereabouts. Although I guess it could be in the air somewhere.
Thanks, Saxton. You should have been a detective.
Two-handed choke slam!
Well-timed counter on Rodriguez.
Spear! Spear!
being scouted. Oh, right to the jaw.
Oof, smacked by the back fist.
Oh my gosh, terminating knee smash.
Raquel's the paragon of power, and she's making sure everyone knows it.
That's what they call the hot shot. Boom, a forearm smash. She's beginning to flag a little.
She's on unsteady legs in the corner, needs to recover.
For the record, Saxton, you and I would never have that kind of chemistry.
Hey, I'd be a great teammate.
I've seen you trip over your own left foot. No thank you. Able to get there in time.
Tilt-the-wall DDT. Oh, knee smash in the face. Uh-oh.
Double leg drop. She's got her where she wants her.
Shotzi ducks, nails a discus forearm. This could be the moment that officially puts the briefcase in the hands of Shotzi and Raquel.
What's Shotzi doing?
It's the stolen Money in the Bank briefcase. They said it was in a safe place.
I guess the safe place was under the ring, Byron.
The original briefcase winner counters. She's the one who's taking advantage of the referee distraction now.
This match is over.
Well, it's over, but that's probably not the ending Shotzi and Raquel had in mind.
And the ownership of the Money in the Bank briefcase is officially returned to the original winners.
Hopefully now they can put this behind them and officially set their sights on cashing in for the tag team championships.
At the very least, I bet they'll keep better track of the briefcase from now on.
Okay, that was fun.
And look how far you've come. Didn't even hesitate to use that briefcase against her. Not like that so-called honorable choice you made when you faced me.
I still don't like it, but I see your point. Fighting dirty is necessary sometimes.
That's my girl. Knew there was a little rebel in you, LJ. And now that's settled, we still need to decide how we're cashing in our briefcase.
Our? Nice. And it's about time we finally have this conversation. But who gets to decide how we do it? You want to face me in the ring again? Whoever wins gets to call the shots? I'm ready.
Nah, not when I'm starting to think you might not be the worst person ever.
Generous.
Let's take out our aggression on other people who are arguably worse than you. A beat the clock challenge. One of us takes Raquel, one of us takes Shotzi. Whoever wins faster gets to decide how we cash in.
I love it. I'll face Shotzi.
Then I'll take Raquel. Best of luck, partner.
This wrestler grew up in the business, and now she's growing up before our very eyes.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from New York, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
The arena's buzzing, social media's buzzing, a big fight feel, and a main event level match.
Let's see if this superstar can show us something special tonight.
I'm so excited because here comes the TCB tank.
And from Oakland, California, Shotzi.
Byron, one of the most unique women superstars in history, but she is quickly growing in popularity.
Yeah, and quickly earned success too, Michael. Shotzi's a former NXT Tag Team Champion and nearly defeated Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title.
Not afraid to fight, knows how to survive.
And she's pretty fun to watch inside the ring, too.
After reacquiring their stolen briefcase in a tag team match, Ava Moreno's partner is now facing Shotzi one-on-one, while earlier tonight, Ava took on Raquel Rodriguez.
Maybe they wanted to teach Raquel and Shotzi individual lessons about stealing.
But it feels like something other than morality is at play here, especially since these teammates have decided to turn this into a beat-the-clock challenge.
And Ava's already set a tough time to beat at 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, slingshot forearm smash.
It's like a heat-seeking missile coming at you.
And the explosion occurring ringside.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
She's starting to look concerned.
Roundhouse. And Shotzi is being taken apart here.
Yeah, Shotzi finding herself on the wrong end of every exchange. Boom! Head kick connects.
That kick will stop you in your tracks.
And a stop to the gut, too. Just mounted with punches and not
producing a trampling.
Wow, springboard attack.
Right to the gut.
She wants to finish this.
And now she's got all her gears running.
Maintain the aggression.
This one miss, couldn't do it. Breaks the count.
Good Lord, scarily close to 3. Drops a knee, and more, and again.
She's got the shoulders down. Strong kick out late into the match.
Late in the match, but somehow has the incomparable power to kick out before the 1 count. Cutting her off there, smart strategy. She's about to rise up to something catastrophic.
Paying it right back with a reversal.
Face first. Hooking the arm for a Fujiwara armbar.
Fujiwara armbar applied. You can't take much more of this.
Not what you want to see by any means.
Perched on the shoulders.
this. Oh! Feast your eyes.
Shotzi's in big trouble.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, the unrelenting Jill Valentine.
What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
This is what you get when you have complete confidence and control of the situation.
A deal's a deal. You beat my time of 3:47. Whenever you want to make a move with the briefcase for the tag team championships, let me know. The decision is yours.
And I'll use it wisely.
I'm good to go if you're ready to cash in the briefcase for our tag team championship match. You won the right to decide what we're doing, after all.
I'm ready. No time like the present to become champions, right? But I've been thinking, as the first ever tag team briefcase holders, we need to make our cash-in memorable. Something that WWE Universe will be talking about for years to come.
I could not agree more. I don't want to just win the championships. I want us to be in the WWE Best Money in the Bank cash-in highlight video. What are you thinking?
I have two ideas, both guaranteed to catch the champions off guard, excite the WWE Universe, and get us in that video. We could pretend to lose the briefcase again and accuse Asuka and Tamina of stealing it. That would give an enterprising tag team an opportunity to strike, especially if they found some extra security guard uniforms lying around.
Interested? What's the other idea?
Ever notice how the refs never actually open the briefcase to make sure the contract's inside? I think we can use that to our advantage and fake the champions out.
I love the way your brain works. I'm down for either. What do you want to do? You won the choice, so it's yours.
I'll alert management about our poor, stolen briefcase. Would be a shame if they found one of Asuka's masks by the scene of the crime.
Asuka's mask? Isn't that a little much?
Strap in, Ava! This whole thing is a little much. But see how you feel about it when we're walking out with tag team gold.
Another decisive victory from the tag team champions, Asuka and Tamina.
Just a second, Byron. We're getting some breaking information on a possible security issue. It seems that the reported theft of the tag team Money in the Bank briefcase has been linked back to the champions, Asuka and Tamina.
That's one way to maintain your momentum.
They don't even have any evidence. They need to get their hands off the champs.
What's going on here?
That security guard found the briefcase. It was never stolen to begin with.
Hang on, that isn't a security guard. That's Ava Moreno.
And Ava's partner is behind the champs in the ring.
This is all a plan.
Are you kidding me? This is foul play.
Call it what you like, but it looks like they're cashing in, and I, for one, think it was a brilliant strategy.
Asuka and Tamina just defended their titles and now must compete again.
I get being a little devious to cash in your briefcase, but pretending it
Quickly into the cover with the title on the line. An easy kick out there.
It's a little early for an earnest attempt.
Oh no, she could be caught here. Bad situation for her.
She's in a tremendous... Oh, this is unique. Oh, man, what a counter. Great escape.
Great height. Oh my gosh. Punishing their opponent.
She has her target weighed and measured.
Nasty right hand. Vicious enziguri.
The champ looking out of sorts.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
That was playing with fire and getting burned.
The decision to take such a risk at this juncture is questionable. Good defense.
Snapmare takedown and
Right to the spine.
Endless kicks to the gut.
Byron, I'll explain to you what that feels like.
German suplex.
ref still counting, close to calling it.
Hurry back in.
First with a waistlock takedown.
Targeting the stomach to reverse that maneuver. A knee right to the face.
That knee is a lethal weapon.
Tag is made, and here we go. And she'll make the tag.
Oh, man.
What a forearm.
Nothing fancy about that.
The effects of this match are showing on the champ.
Yeah, they've stuck it out through this match, but it wouldn't hurt to go for the tag soon here.
You gotta be kidding me.
Big time risk pays off.
The daredevil in you comes out when you take risks like that.
Expertly applied suplex. Oh, I hope they back up. They're getting too close for comfort.
Well, no one's paying attention to you, Saxon. They're too busy beating the tar out of each other.
Tamina doing a little mean mugging for the audience here.
Discus clothesline.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back. Great awareness as she proves to be too quick.
And that was taking the attack to the competition with that one.
Grabs the leg. Just tops their opponent. Leg drop.
Tamina, she's thinking big.
Here we go.
The for the win to retain the championship. The challenger forces a shoulder up.
Amazing.
Sent into the corner.
Face first in the turnbuckle.
Look at this, going right after the left arm. Gotta hurt. Momentum is completely shifted to Tamina.
And this one is all Tamina.
Oh, goodness. Was
she's starting to get worried. Rapid fire Samoan drop.
Looking for a high-risk, high-reward situation.
With the splash. The champ has this one in hand now.
She got launched. Using the elbow as a weapon. And now she has the sturdy upper hand.
Her offense is on point right now.
Look at the elbow. Finds the mark.
Arm trap. Oh my. Sit out spine buster. She's going up.
Top rope here.
Oh, she wants it one more time.
She certainly took a chance there. High risk with no reward.
Oh man. Moreno, their plans on ending this.
Here it comes. The rack attack.
The title might change hands.
Boom. Cover for the championship.
I can't believe it. We have new women's tag team champions.
And what a cash-in. Its theatricality was only exceeded by the skill these two competitors showed in the ring.
Does that mean these two superstars and champions are finally on the same page?
At least tonight they are, Saxton. And it looks like the new champs are soaking in every moment of this championship celebration.
And after what they faced to get here, mostly each other, they deserve it.